All right, I'm excited. Stepping out of my comfort zone. I am going on a tour. There's no reason to not go on a tour. In fact, it's a really nice way to contribute to the community. I just have, like some sort of weird resistance to organize things. Even stepping into a yoga studio sometimes stresses me out. Like somebody else is going to be in charge of my next hour. Anyway, but I've been wanting to do this. And like yesterday, I went hunting with some locals in a town called Grau. And, personally, I prefer if I can make friends with the locals and the natives, indigenous people. Like his gun was like homemade, flipping wild. Kind of like a pipe with a wooden stock that he like made himself. We did see some monkeys and cool birds. Like there's these big birds, kind of like turkeys. Like a lot of cool stuff. Total freaking bedwetter move. They were like, "Yo, you're gonna want to wear boots." I'm like, "No way, man. I'm like a barefoot sort of surfer." But I'm like, "Yeah, I'll wear my flip flops." But no, man, there's like fire ants and stuff like that, and like it's kind of gnarly walking through the bush. So if they tell you wear boots, wear boots. It wasn't too bad, but anyway, kind of fun. Went back to these lakes that are covered with plants. So when you go fishing, you have to move the plants out of the way, drop a little freaking meat hook in the water, yank something out. Also interesting, right? Oh, another reason to wear boots. This guy had pointed out that he'd been hit twice by poisonous snakes. Big, I don't understand the translation. But anyway, they get big and they're poisonous, right? So one time in particular, I almost died. And, you like bleed from your like gums and eyes and blood's coming everywhere. And it's freaking horrible, incredible pain. He was way back hunting by himself. And the freaking people passing by the river wouldn't stop and help him. He's like, okay, good, I'm safe. No, they wouldn't flipping stop. Oh my God. He finally gets back to his village. And that's the village of Grau, Grau, where I was staying. And, without money to pay for medical services, they gave him like a healthy diet of, fruit and vegetables and stuff like that. And after, he said, like 8 days, freaking legs swelled up and like just indescribable, horrific. He eventually said, luckily he lived. And then one other time he was hit, but not quite so bad. So kind of interesting firsthand stories. And wear boots. There's a reason. Anyway, now I am going across. This is a nature preserve on the other side of the river. That's the Amazon River right there. That is the, I think that's the mouth. That's where they officially started. But I keep on, I don't know. I never know where I am. I kind of like, honestly, I came to realize what it is about not knowing. I kind of like the curiosity. Especially in the information age. This is what we call the information age. There's enough information that you can prove the world is flat. I'm just going to go ahead and say that's too much information. I'm not trying to promote ignorance, if that's what it means by not being able to prove the earth is flat. Anyway, I really like the fact that I'm looking around and like a lot of things, it'd be kind of interesting to know, but it's also really interesting to not know because I'm really curious. I don't know what's down this river. I don't know where I'm going today. I've wondered, like, why don't I research and stuff like that? I guess I really like, curiosity to sort of bring me around the next bend. I remember being a little kid in the hardwood forest in New England. You couldn't see through the forest, so I really wanted to go hike back there and see what was back there. This is a similar situation. If I research, I know where I'm going, what I'm going to do when I get there, and what time I arrive. There's that bit of wonder is not quite there, and like some people prefer to have the security of knowing, and there's no reason why you wouldn't do that. But I kind of like having the curiosity of not knowing. So that's where I'm going today, and I will keep you posted. Get some pictures. Apparently, I'm going to be swimming in a lake with piranhas, and the guy that owns this place, Juan Carlos, done a wonderful job at this place. What's the name of this town? I'll have to get back to you on that. Yeah. Anyway, educated guy, knows a lot about things, but he was saying that the piranhas in this area have a sensor that senses the impulse of your body, electrical charge. There's carnivorous or parasitic. Would it be parasitic? I don't know. Those that eat dead or alive. And don't know of. He said down around the border of Argentina and Brazil, which would be Catarata Iguazu. There are sort of eat alive. I can't remember piranha, but I think I swam in the water down there, and I don't think the piranhas get you down there either. Anyway, these will not bother you. Nothing bothers you here. It's kind of like the sharks in San Francisco, where everybody loves everybody. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I think though, if you're really going to worry about animals and safety, I find that to be more of a thing in Africa. Like Zimbabwe, everything wants to kill you. Like the Asian elephant, it's cuddly, nice, right? African elephant stomps you. What a way to go! Oh, so depressing. The number one killer in Africa, the hippo. The owner of the river company that I was working with got chomped twice by a hippo, like his whole torso in the freaking hippo mouth. Lost his arm, lung. There's a story in the New Yorker called Terror on the Zambezi, I believe is what it's called, and that's about that story. And I mean the mosquito, number one, the number one killing animal is the hippo. So unceremonious to die by a hippo. And then the mosquito. I got malaria a couple times there, and one time it's funny to talk about it now, but when you think you're getting so small that you're going to fall through the weave of the bed sheet, and then they're not going to be able to find you, so you're panicked. Oh my God! And I was in New York at my friend Dean's place, having just flown back, so they didn't know what to do. They were like, malaria. We don't know what to do with malaria. And it occurred to me, you have to have a plan. You got to save yourself. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, guys. So as I'm getting small and falling through the weave of the bed sheet and hanging on tight, freaking out, I'm like, I know where to go, because they used to have a bed bug problem in New York City, and they'd look for the bed bugs in the corner of the mattress, over in the corner. So I would go over there, and then they would find me and re-enlarge me, kind of like they did with Mike TV and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I'm like, it's not like I'm doing things without a plan. Keep you posted.